Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a DIY dried citrus garland that's been super popular online this year. I also included a little bonus project at the end, so make sure you stick around for the whole video. We are going to start this project by cutting our orange into 1/4-inch slices. Make sure to start at the navel side of the orange, that way as you make your slices, it kind of shows all the little cells of the orange, just like that. When you're cutting, you want to make sure to keep them around that 1/4-inch thickness because they're going to shrink up a lot in the oven. So if you go too thin, they'll get too fragile. Once you have your oranges sliced, you can grab a baking pan and some parchment paper and just start to lay them out right on there. Like I said, these are going to shrink up quite a bit, so it's okay if they're touching, just make sure they're not overlapping. Once you're ready to bake, you're going to want to set your oven to somewhere between 200 and 250 degrees. These are going to bake for 2 to 4 hours, so you're going to want to pop them in and kind of flip them periodically. I know it's tempting to want to turn the temperature up to speed up the process, but anything above 250 is going to burn the oranges, so keep it right between 200 and 250. I have made these oranges so many times, but I've never tried a blood orange, so I decided this is the year and we're going to give it a shot. I think the color of these is so pretty, especially when you can kind of see the orange and the red. I'm super excited to see how they come out. So I did the same thing by lining a tray with parchment paper and laying them out. I did try this round in an air fryer. If you have one of those, it did go a little bit quicker. Just make sure to keep it at 200. Anything above that, the edges of the orange get a little burnt. I did make sure to kind of check on my oranges and flip them periodically, but around 4 hours in, they were mostly ready to come out. So this is what they look like after they come out of the oven. I actually let these sit overnight. They should be pretty stiff to the touch and rigid. That's how you know you got most of the moisture out, so that one's good to go. I just went through and kind of double checked for any pieces that were still a little flexible. That means they can probably go back into the oven for just a little bit. Okay, so now it's time to make our garland. So I just grabbed some embroidery floss. I always get the metallic colors, but they're kind of a nightmare to work with, so we're not going to use that, and we're just going to stick with this orange color I have. So grab some scissors and a needle, and we're good to get started. So I just pulled a random length of string and then threaded my needle. You do want to make sure to get tapestry needles because they're big enough to get the embroidery thread through without too much of a headache. I'll make sure to link those in the description below. Like, these are so pretty, I can't wait to turn them into a garland. So you're going to take your needle and you're going to poke it through as close to the rind as you can get it, and then I just tied a knot. Then I went back up through the other side of the orange, still as close to the rind as I could get it, and I kind of just went back and forth through different orange slices until I had enough to make a garland. Once you have a few on there, it's going to start to look like this, which I think is so cute, especially with the orange red, orange red. You can do whatever you want with your pattern or just keep it straight oranges. It's totally up to you, so have some fun with it. You can absolutely do a garland with just oranges, but if you are looking for that pop of red and you can't find blood oranges, you can use cranberries as an alternative. I really like this project because it's pretty straightforward and simple. It doesn't have to follow a pattern at all. It doesn't have to be red, orange, red, orange. It can be whatever you want it to be. So even if you have kids that want to get involved or younger family members, they totally can. It's going to look great when you put it on the tree no matter what. When I got to the end of the strand, I just used the extra string to make a loop so it's easy to hang. If you have extra orange slices, or if you're just feeling lazy, you can also just tie a loop around them and use them as an ornament. If you're feeling even lazier than that, you can also just use an ornament hook and just pop it right through the rind. This project is really versatile and you can kind of use them wherever you want, but I like the way the Christmas lights shine through the oranges, especially those red ones, so I'm going to use mine on the tree this year. As a little bonus project, I'm going to show you how I'm using these extra oranges to make pomander balls. They're basically just oranges stuck with cloves, but they smell amazing and they're also super simple to make. You can do whatever pattern you want. I'm kind of just going freestyle and doing some straight or not so straight lines. Some people like to go really crazy with their designs and do things that are really intricate and fun. I wanted to keep it super simple though. If you find the cloves are hard to stick in, you can always kind of pre-punch your holes with a toothpick. So this is what you're going to end up with. You can display them in a bowl or use them as an arrangement in a centerpiece. Whatever you end up doing with them, they're always going to look cute and they smell amazing. As always, everything I used to make this project is linked in the description below. If you guys like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Happy holidays!